Today, Edwin Sifuna is one of the most notable political voices in Kenya. Mention the words,
Mimi ndio Sifuna.
And you already know who exactly we are talking about. To his supporters, he is not just a senator. They see him as presidential material. But before fame, what if I told you that Sifuna's family once could not even afford cooking gas? Imagine him and his family having to use firewood to just prepare food. And that is not all. During his first months in Nairobi, he went several months without paying rent. If you think you know Sifuna that well, think again. Because even the story of his first salary might leave you surprised. So, stay until the end. Because the story of how Sifuna became a political heavyweight starts in a place far darker than anyone expected. Edwin Sifuna was born on May 22, 1982 in Kakamega County to working-class parents. His father served as a civil servant with Kakamega Municipal Council. His mother taught at Moi Primary School in Bungoma. Edwin grew up with 2 brothers and 2 sisters, in a home where family was everything. For a while, life was stable. Then, it wasn't. Sifuna's father was suddenly fired from his job at the Municipal Council, and in an instant, the family's world collapsed. Losing the job meant losing more than income. It meant losing their home. The house they lived in belonged to the council, and with the job gone, so was the roof over their heads.
Sasa nenda form 1, budangu akalose job. So, hiyo maisha tulipitia immediately after I lose your job ilikuwa noma sana.
The family was evicted from the comfortable estate and forced to relocate to a rural home.
Nikitoka form 1 kurudi sasa kupata tumerudishwa sasa shags kwetu ni Bungoma sasa.
Unfortunately, the rural home was a house Sifuna's father had started building, but he had never finished. There was no plaster on the walls, no proper floors, no doors or even windows. At night, young Edwin Sifuna and his siblings covered the gaping openings with scraps of clothes and pieces of timber, just to keep the cold and the dark outside. The family car sat grounded. They could no longer afford fuel, let alone repairs. Everywhere they needed to go, they walked. And then came the detail Sifuna himself has never forgotten. The day the gas ran out, the electricity got cut, and firewood became the only way to cook a meal.
Umerudi kupika na kuni, sijui unapika na stove manze. Ushaisikia venye stove hiyo unuka? Na inabaki mpaka kwa nguo. Yaani ukitoka home kila mtu anajua wewe ni maskini juu vile unanuka.
This was the early life behind the confident politician you see today. And if you think this was sad, wait until you find out what happened to Edwin Sifuna in his first few months in Nairobi. After finishing his higher education, Sifuna relocated to Nairobi, ready for the next chapter. The city was supposed to be the escape. Instead, it nearly broke him. Sifuna moved to the capital and settled into a modest bedsitter in South B.
Nilikuwa naishi kwa bedsitter South B. South B, kama hujaanzia maisha South B unajua pia inakuanga funny sana.
Chasing a job that will not come. 19 months. That's how long he searched, without a single break. While jobless, he was still expected to pay rent, 5,000 shillings a month. On paper, that looked simple. But with no income, the months piled up. 1, 2, 3, until he was 6 months behind. With that, he owed his landlady 30,000 Kenya shillings, with absolutely no way to pay back.
Nilikuwa na landlord mwingine mpoa sana. Alikuwa yeye ananiambia daily hata usipolipa rent, niko na rent arrears ya miezi 6 na nilikuwa tu 5,000. Ananiambia yeye ananiombea tu.
Most landlords would have thrown him out. Thankfully, his did not. Instead, she chose patience. She told him she believed his breakthrough was coming, and she prayed for it.
Ananiambia yeye ananiombea tu. Unaona?
In a city known for chewing up young dreamers and spitting them out, one's woman quiet faith became the bridge between Sifuna's darkest chapter and everything that came after. After more than a year of patience, Edwin Sifuna landed his first legal job at Superloaf along Kangundo Road.
Nilikuwa nafanya job kama wakili kwa kampuni ya mkate. Wanajita Superloaf.
That job brought his first real paycheck with a salary of 40,000 Kenya shillings a month. When that first salary arrived, Sifuna says he paid his landlady the entire 30,000 Kenya shillings he owed.
Nilikuwa na 40,000 but hiyo time hiyo do ilikuwa mob. Nilipwa hiyo 40k hivi, nikachukua hiyo do kwanza nikapelekea huyo mother. Nikamlipa kwanza 30,000 ya miezi 6. Nikamwambia asante kunivumilia.
Most of his first paycheck was gone. From there, everything accelerated. Sifuna landed a role as legal affairs manager at Magnet Ventures Limited, an advertising firm.
Nikapata job ingine ya advertising company. Na hiyo job ilikuwa poa juu day one. Yani unakutreat kama manager. Sasa unaitwa manager legal affairs.
His salary nearly quadrupled overnight, jumping from 40,000 Kenya shillings to 150,000 Kenya shillings.
Unapata job hivi, unatolewa salo ya 40,000, unaingizwa 150.
The company funded his first very personal car. He left behind the humble servants' quarters he had been living and moved into a spacious 3-bedroom house.
Unahama kutoka kwa SQ, unaingia 3-bedroom pale Mlolongo. Unaanza kuishi kama mtu.
By 2013, his monthly salary had climbed to a staggering 400,000 Kenya shillings. He had made it. On paper, there was nothing left to complain about. Here is where the story takes a turn nobody saw coming. Despite the money, despite the title, the job became unbearable. Why would somebody leave a job paying around 400k per month? For Sifuna, the answer appears to have become simple. He worked under a demanding boss who called him in the middle of the night with urgent errands, stealing what little peace he had left. His own words summed it all. Kazi si kazi.
Saa ingine mimi usikia watu wakisema kazi ni kazi. Kazi si kazi.
So he quit. On the day he handed his resignation, he switched off his phone, something he had not done in years. And in his own words, finally, slept like a child.
For the first time nililala kama nimezima simu.
Wow.
Because huyo jamaa alikuwa anaweza kupigia saa yote tu anakuambia sijui job gani kwa wapi na wapi.
Yes.
Nililala kama mtoi.
Wow.
Nilikuwa nimezoea kulala na simu hapa chini ya pilo. Unaiwacha huko kwa sitting room unalala vizuri.
From there, he opened his own law practice, Edwin Sifuna and Associates Advocates in Nairobi.
For my mental health nikasema mimi wacha niende sasa nianze kupractice alone kama wakili.
He did not set his sights on another 400k salary. His target was modest, just 50k a month, enough to sustain himself, but this time on his own terms.
Nikajipea tu target nikasema nikifikisha tu 50,000 shillings per month nilipe rent yangu na gari yangu isisimame juu ya ati imekosa mafuta. I think I'll be happier.
That single decision, choosing peace over pressure, became the foundation for everything that followed. Sifuna's political awakening did not come from ambition. It came from disappointment. In 2010, he voted for Kenya's new constitution, hoping it would rewrite the country's future. But as he engaged with grassroots committees, he saw the same old resistance. The frustration is what pulled him into politics. Between 2013 and 2016, he served as a technical and advisory committee member for the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy, popularly known as CODA. From 2016 to 2021, he held the same role under the National Super Alliance, or NASA. In the 2017 general election, he contested for the Nairobi Senate seat. He did not win but came very, very close, finishing runner-up by the thinnest of margins. That near miss did not end his career. It launched it. He was then elevated to Secretary General of the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM. In 2022, he ran for Nairobi Senator again. This time, it was not close. He won in a landslide. Fast forward to 2026. Sifuna has become one of the most notable opposition politicians. His speeches and media appearances frequently generate debate.
Wamejaribu kuharibu jina ya Sifuna, imekataa. Wanasema nyumba yangu ya ushago ni ndogo, mara sijui kunyoa, mara sijui ndevu, wananitafutia makosa, si ndio?
And then there's the slogan that has rapidly become associated with this political brand.
Mnaniona vizuri hapo juu kwa mti, mnaniona vizuri hapa, mnaniona vizuri pande hii, mnaniona vizuri. Mimi ndio Sifuna.
For some supporters, being Nairobi Senator is not the final destination. They want him to run for president in 2027. Even after being removed as ODM Secretary General, Edwin Sifuna is now seen as the face of Linda Mwananchi. In his mid-40s, he now finds himself locking horns with political heavyweights in Kenya, including President William Ruto, Kalonzo Musyoka, and Rigathi Gachagua.
walituambia hapa Homa Bay, kwa sababu muko ndani ya broad base, barabara zote zimewekwa lami. Bwana, tumekula vumbi leo, tumekula vumbi sawa sawa.
That is the untold truth about Edwin Sifuna. If the story moved you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more untold truth about people shaping Kenya today. And tell us in the comments, do you think Sifuna has what it takes to become Kenya's president? Thank you and see you in the next video.